Hi everyone, welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons series, part 46. Last episode we went ahead and made some changes in front of Mage's house and we have created a new design over there. This episode I'll be focusing more on my own house. The cliff around my house has not been decorated and I'm planning to go ahead and completely decorate it in this episode. Hopefully we'll be able to complete it by the end of this episode, as well as check out the design that is in front of Mage's house. Now, as per Isabel's broadcast, we do have a new visitor in our campsite, which is pretty exciting and definitely something I do want to check out. But before that, let's quickly check out our mailbox. As usual, my pocket is completely filled and I think it will be until I finish designing my island. But I really like to go ahead and keep my pockets clean and organized. This is something I really like to do. Let me know in the comment section if you do like to organize your pockets as well, or if you just keep your items in a random way as they are. We do have a couple different objects that I did order from Nook Stop, but this one is actually a gift from the Dal airport, which is pretty cool. Let me quickly go ahead and take all of these out. Definitely most of these items are something that I want to use while I'm designing this island, so I might be able to go ahead and have them in my pocket for today. Now I did go ahead and make some designs offline and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys that as well. It's actually the left side of this path, which was actually not designed in the last episode, so I did go ahead and do this one offline. I think this design here looks pretty cool. It's about the same as the other path, but at this point I went ahead and changed the design. It's more of a lighter color path, which I think actually looks better than this darker shade. Anyway, that is on the updates that I did over there. As for the other updates, I went ahead and added a flower, the orange flower that you might have seen behind, as well as decorated all of these 4 trees, which I think we had just planted in the last episode. So here we have the design for all the 4 trees, as well as the front of Nook's granny. I think this one looks pretty cool, although there is a bit of a space right next to it, which I definitely have to cover up. But other than that, I think everything else looks super nice. I definitely have to work on a bit near the Nook's granny as well as on my house today. Other than that, I think I did go ahead and add some shrubs all around Evil Sisters. This is something I did offline, just because I had way too many shrubs in my pocket and the easier way to get rid of it is go ahead and plant it. Also, it's the only thing I could plant other than the starter sprouts that we have for tomato, potato or carrot. I think those are much useful, but I really can't have them in all the cliffs, right? So I went with the shrubs on this one. Since we are here, let's quickly check out the shop, see if we have any furniture that we can buy. In this case, I guess the only furniture that I really need is that table right there. But sadly, my pockets is actually full, so I won't be able to actually buy any of these. Anyway, the next thing I did is make my way to Resident Services building to check out the recycling box as well as Nook Stop. Hopefully I did not miss the Nook Mile bonus right here. Alright, so we are finally at 300 miles, which is really good. Let me quickly start looking into Nook's selection. Unfortunately, we don't really have any item that I really need, which is actually a pine tree. Hopefully this game will actually generate it. Once I was back, I decided to go ahead and start designing. There were a couple of items in my pocket which I really didn't need, so I went ahead and dropped them out. Now I did have to buy this outdoor bath. I think this looks super cool, especially right next to my house. I did customize it as well to kind of look brown in color. This item, if you're wondering, I actually ordered it from Redeem Nook Miles and Nook Stop, and I think it was costing around 2000 miles. You'll be able to order one from there as well. Other than that, I do have a couple of outdoor items that I definitely want to try, especially this pergola over here. Maybe I'll be able to use it as an entrance for my cliff. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to really place a incline for this cliff. So we are gonna go ahead and take this vine right here as the entrance. So there we go. This one definitely looks super cool, and I didn't really have to customize this one. This item came in this dark brownish color for my island, which I think was pretty cool. I remember it being a lighter color in my previous island, and I don't think this one can be really customized, but either way I was pretty happy with this color. Unfortunately, we can't really do any designs with it actually being here, so I did have to remove it, make this floor design right here to kind of have a path, and then place the item back. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and make a path design from this pergola to my house, and hopefully that will actually look good. With this one, I did select once again the dark green path, which I think we used at the entrance of the island. This one will look definitely pretty cool and would go well with the design that I'm planning for this part of the island. As far as the path design goes, I'm gonna have a path in a diagonal shape. I think you'll be able to see that here now that I have gone ahead and planted some trees around this cliff. Just went ahead and planted it to kind of have a boundary to where my path is gonna be, and I think this is perfect. Let me go ahead and complete the rest of this path so that I can be able to kind of connect it to the house. And you might see me struggle a bit with this one. I hope it's alright, because most of the time when I am placing the path, I usually go with the wrong one and try to build it from there. So it definitely usually takes a lot of time, and I did have to kind of speed up this part of the video. Either way, let me know in the comment section if you guys have trouble with placing the path as much as I do. I've also gone ahead and added some other designs around this flowery path just to kind of make it look a bit good. In this case, I think the branches that are on the floor actually looks much better. Usually when I am designing a cliff like this one, it does take me around 15 to 20 minutes to kind of go ahead and have the path ready as well as the trees, and then start designing around these items. In this case, it definitely took me around 15 minutes to go ahead and completely design this cliff, which by the way was the fastest that I have done till now. So definitely it was better than the other designs that I did work on. Anyway, there we go. This is gonna be the path to the house, and I think it looks good. I also definitely need to go ahead and plant more trees around my house to kind of block up the path that is behind it. In this case, I did go ahead and plant another bamboo tree. I definitely do have to add more items such as flowers as well as outdoor fence to kind of fill up the area around the tree itself. But for now, I did go ahead and decide to move to the next day. By the way, in between, I completely forgot about the camper and realized about it once I did close out the game, so I had to come back at least to see the campsite visitor, to see who we have today. I don't think I'll be inviting them, but either way we can just check it out. And ooh, alright, I am surprised. I'm sorry, I did accidentally go to encouraging, but alright. I'm gonna go ahead and skip this one out since I do need to design my island today, and I think we will stop inviting visitors for some time. Once again, we have a broadcast from Isabel. Today it seems like we have leaf on the island, which is very helpful. Definitely need to buy more shrubs, and this is a really good time to see leaf on my island. As you can see, the trees have grown up, so definitely this is pretty helpful. It will help me kind of see where I can actually place the other fences, as well as plant some flowers around this area. As usual, let me quickly go ahead and check out my mailbox. Seems like we have a couple more presents. I'll go ahead and quickly open up the ones I already have here. The first one is a park fountain, which is definitely very helpful. And the second one is a hard door plate. I think the hard door plate is super cool on the front of my door. Definitely really nice and definitely suits my house. So there we have it. I'll go ahead and keep it up until I do inevitably change the design of this house. If you remember, I did mention kind of designing a bit more on right next to Nook's granny, and that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do today. I was able to order a APD machine from, I think, Nook's shop, and now we have easy access to bells, and I don't really have to run into the resident services building each time I do need to get more bells. Anyway, decided to go ahead and make some changes here as well, just to kind of clear out my pockets. There are a couple items that I definitely do want to have in my pocket, and just to do that I need to get rid of some of these. Of course, the next thing I did was completely lose the focus of designing my house and start designing this part of the island. This is a small path that goes to the beach. This is the other side of the beach, and I decided to go ahead and design this one for some reason. I am definitely not sure why, but at least I am designing this one, so there we go. I did have a couple of items that I was able to actually use. This lace fence right here, which I think I should have kept it in another way rather than the sideways, but that's how it's gonna be for now. I did actually plant 3 of the seeds here, but decided to not go with it immediately after planting it, which is something that I would absolutely do, and go with a glow moss. I think glow moss is one of those items that I really like. It definitely looks super good at night, and something that I definitely want to try using when I'm playing this game at night. But here I am once again overusing it. As you can see, I definitely did go back and pick it up. Sometimes I really do not get ideas in my head, and I do struggle to kind of design the island, and I think that's what happened right here. But at the end of the day, I was able to correct myself and add some of these beautiful paths around here. Once again, I did go with the stone path since it did look super cool, and I did change up the other items that I placed behind as well. Right. Now this looks much better. I'll go ahead and remove this one as well and add another stone path over here. I guess stone path is gonna be my solution for everything. Kinda seems that way, and definitely does make it look way better. Alright, let me go ahead and redesign this path a bit more and add some flowers as well. There we go. I guess we could go ahead and replant some of these, especially the glow moss, since it does look so good. Once more, I did go ahead and had to change this one. Alright, we are almost there. I think one more square left, where I could kind of go ahead and add another design. There we go. That is this path right here. While I was here in this side of the beach, I did go ahead and try to design this small cliff. This one is not that wide to the point where I can actually have a huge item kind of standing here, but enough to kind of go ahead and plant some more shrubs to cover it. I of course decided to go ahead and at least plant 3 trees. Hopefully they will actually I guess grow. At this point I'm still not sure with the trees and how they grow, but I'll go ahead and fill the rest of the spaces with the starter. Alright, let's quickly go ahead and do this. I definitely need more of them, but I'm glad that we have Leaf on the island. So I'll be able to quickly go ahead and buy some from him immediately. Right here where I'm standing, we have 2 space, so I went with a fence for the second one, just to kind of stop using too much shrubs, but at least I was able to cover up till here. One more needed, and as for the rest, I'll go ahead and design with other items. I definitely have to check out if these 3 trees that I did plant right here will actually grow. If they do not, I do have to go ahead and remove them. I think 2 of them might and the middle one might not, but either way we can definitely go ahead and wait for a day for that to actually grow. I also really like the idea of planting flowers right next to the waterfalls. This is something new I actually started and I think it looks super cute. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that wherever I find a waterfalls. If the flower is the same, I think that will look better as well. In this case, since I was actually planting randomly, I went with 2 random flowers. But here we have the waterfalls. This corner right here had a bit of weed. I did have to remove them. I think this is mostly because of me just time traveling all the time, and I might have this in the future. But I did decide to go with a glowing moss and a fence at the edge. Now I might be able to put a item here, but I'm not really sure which one. I was hoping to find something like this fan palm, but unfortunately the other items that I did have are not with me anymore, so I will just go ahead and leave it right now. There we go. This is the design for this part. And I did go ahead and finally design my house as well. As you can see, I was able to plant some flowers, shrubs as well as glow moss. I think this will look pretty good, especially once all of the trees have fully grown. As for behind my house, I'll be going ahead and planting some potatoes around here, as well as plant flowers all around the pond that's behind my house. I'm not really sure how many flowers I might need. Unfortunately, with how my pocket is right now, I won't be able to bring more flowers, but I'll go ahead and plant more flowers all around it offline or probably in the next episode. For now, let me go ahead and quickly plant the rest of these starters. I still have to buy these ones as well. Hopefully I'll be able to find some tomato plants, which is actually my favorite out of all of these, and go ahead and plant them around here as well. Alright, there we go. That's all on designing my house for now. Well, I couldn't end out this episode without planting the flowers, so here I am. It did take me quite some time to actually go back and forth to get all of these flowers, but here we have all of them. I'll go ahead and leave some space for this tree right here, which I did plant, and plant more flowers once it actually grows to make sure it does. If not, I guess I'll be going ahead and planting more flowers over there as well. Anyway, that's all on designing my house. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to support me more on Patreon, check out the links in my description. And I'll see you guys in the next one.